The next question is, what should you do if you have a homeowner's claim? That's a great question we always ask.
That is. So someone calls, they got a claim. And usually, a lot of times we'll get calls and the claim is actively still going on.
Yes.
So the one we get a lot is, my basement is flooding, and you can hear them sloshing around in the water in their basement. So the first thing we always tell people is prevent further loss.
Yes.
So if it's flooding from the basement, if it's coming from the pipes, find your shutoff for your house. That's one thing every homeowner should kind of know where it is know kind of where your whole house water shutoff is for the house. It's something that's typically usually pretty easy to find. You kind of follow the pipes to the front of your house until it comes out through your basement wall, and that's where your shutoff is. So you should know where that is and kind of keep it handy. So if your basement's flooding and the water's rising, start moving your contents out of the way that aren't damaged yet, that are at risk of being damaged. So that's part of your obligation as a client, as an insured, is to help prevent further loss. The one that we see a lot is when there's like maybe a windstorm or something like that, and there's roof damage, maybe a tree branch went kind of through a roof or something like that, or caused damage or fell on it. Your obligation is kind of get off the house. If it can't be repaired right away, have somebody tarp it. So no further damage gets into the house, because you just don't want it raining in there and water getting into your insulation and drywall and everything, because it would be a lot more expensive claim than if you just paid somebody to get a tarp. Insurance companies will pay for that.
Yeah, that's the important key.
Maintenance.
Yeah, so again, just want to reiterate on that fact too, is keep your receipts. The insurance company will reimburse you for anything that you're using to prevent any further damage. So definitely keep those receipts, and you will be reimbursed for that.
Right, and don't get rid of any of the damaged items. So if you have goods that were damaged or property, keep that. And if you can not repair the damage, if it's not at risk of causing any further damage, don't repair anything until the insurance company has a chance to look at it. You're going to get a much better estimate if they can see it in its kind of damaged state as opposed to the repaired state, for it. So, but if you do have to repair it, like you said, keep receipts, take detailed photos so they can do the best job to help reimburse you for that.
The other thing is, make sure that you do notify either the agency or the insurance company on a timely manner too. So you do want to make sure the quicker that you do contact the insurance company, the quicker they will respond back to you, and the quicker you will be able to get your claim settled. So that's also very important as well. If you do have some type of criminal activity on your house, such as theft or vandalism, you do need to notify the police department as soon as possible as well. The insurance company will require a police report if there's any theft or vandalism onto your house. So that's also some key thing to remember as well when you're doing.
And that just helps them also. If items are recovered, they can basically get those possessions back for you if it was a theft scenario. I've seen that happen where somebody had a TV stolen. Well, they ended up catching this criminal in connection with a number of other crimes. They ended up finding all this property that was taken, and they were able to bring it back to the people who it was taken from.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point. And this is a great time, like Red had said earlier, to start being organized. I always tell people, start a folder. Get all the information into that folder, whether it be your receipts to prevent any further damage. You want to put in all the information about your adjuster, their phone numbers, their contact information as well. Any kind of inventory that you have, just keep a list. So if all of a sudden something is starting to, you remember something that was lost, make sure you just write it down. Photographs, pictures. We all have smartphones now. Great way just to start taking pictures of things as well, and just keep everything in a folder so you have everything. So when the adjuster calls you, or if you've got any questions, you have everything there that you need. So it's really a great time to become organized. You could also do like a phone log to recommend that. So if you do talk to your adjuster on this date, make sure you write down who you spoke with, the date that you spoke with them, and what you discussed. Same thing if you call our office. spoke with Mary Ann on such and such a date. This is what you told me to do. So again, just keep your phone log as well. So again, get organized when you have a claim. It'll be a lot easier for you in the end.
That's right. It's great to have that history, that kind of timeline, so you kind of know how your claim is progressing. The one thing I always tell people, everybody loves to screen their phone calls. I screen my phone calls.
Yes.
If a number pops up on my cell phone that I don't recognize, 99% of the time, I'm not answering it. You know, this is the time you don't screen your phone calls.
Right.
You're gonna get calls from people and numbers that you don't recognize. Adjusters are extremely busy people. Very rarely will you ever call an adjuster and get them on the phone.
Right.
Because as soon as they call you, they've hung up, they're dialing somebody else, or they're in the field adjusting, settling claims for somebody else. So they're very difficult people to get a hold of. So I always tell people during this time, don't screen your calls, answer the calls, as soon as they come in, because every day that you go without communicating with the adjuster is just one day longer it's going to take to settle your claim.
And also note, most numbers that adjusters are calling from are 800 numbers, 866 numbers. So again, you think it might be a prank phone call, or take that call, especially if you're a claim, because those are the type of numbers that you're going to get calls from.
Right.
They're not going to be local numbers.
Exactly. Even if they are local, they're still using an 800 number for it.
Yep. Exactly. Yep.
And the other thing is email. They're going to communicate to you through email. I know a lot of people don't sit at a desk like we do. I get a live feed of my emails as they come in.
Yeah.
So I'm on top of it. I know my wife, she's a teacher, so she is lucky if she has time to check her email once a day. During an active claim, make a point to check your email on a daily basis. Right. So because they might, sometimes it's faster for them to email you documents to complete. So if you can fill them out and email them back, and you don't have to wait for the postal service, those are all cases that are just going to help you get your claim settled faster.
Yep.
And I tell people too, if your company has a mobile app, download it on your phone. So
more insurance companies are having them. Yep.
Yeah, and they're going to give you you can basically log in and check the status of your claim at any time. You'll always have your adjuster's contact information handy. A lot of them you can submit your paperwork through the app, so it just makes it a lot easier to help you settle that claim. Yeah.
Just like I said, everybody's got smartphones nowadays as well. So what's going to happen is you're going to take the pictures on your phone. You can email them right directly to the photos that you take right directly to the adjuster. So that makes it easier as well. So again, that phone is a great tool to have nowadays. That's for sure.
That's right. It's a curse. It's a curse and a tool.
It is. It's a curse and a tool. Yep.
So now we hope that you find these videos helpful.
I hope so too.
When you are purchasing new insurance or just reviewing your existing insurance, if you're not a current client of ours and you'd like us to review your insurance for us, we'd be happy to help. Think of us at any time. Give us a call at the agency or shoot us an email. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Enjoy and stay safe.
Sooner than a month. Hopefully we'll talk to you sooner than a month.
Try about that. And everybody stay safe.